The air in New York City always feels different. There's an electricity that crackles through the streets, a palpable sense of anticipation that hangs heavy, especially when the Knicks are on the cusp of something big. You can feel it in the hurried footsteps on the sidewalks, in the animated conversations on street corners, and in the headlines screaming from newsstands. It's a city that lives and breathes basketball, and when the Knicks are at a pivotal moment, the entire metropolis holds its breath. When the Knicks are at a turning point, the energy around Madison Square Garden intensifies, becoming a focal point for the city's hopes and anxieties. Every game, every practice, every rumor is dissected and debated with fervor. The weight of expectation is immense, but so is the potential for glory. This offseason, that feeling is palpable. The buzz is undeniable. It's a summer of change, a summer of possibilities, and a summer where the future of the franchise hangs in the balance. The decisions made now will reverberate for years to come, shaping the team's trajectory and defining its identity. The decision to part ways with Tom Thibodeau was more than a coaching change. It was a declaration. A declaration that the Knicks are ready to move in a new direction, to embrace a different style of play, and to pursue a championship with a fresh perspective. It signaled a willingness to adapt and evolve in a league that is constantly changing. The Thibodeau era brought back identity and toughness, but the NBA is evolving, and the Knicks must evolve with it. The game has become faster, more skilled, and more reliant on offensive firepower. To compete with the league's elite, the Knicks need a coach who can unlock their offensive potential while maintaining a commitment to defense. Now, Madison Square Garden stands ready for a new leader to define its next chapter. A leader who can inspire the players, connect with the fans, and guide the team to sustained success. The search for this leader is paramount, and the Knicks are leaving no stone unturned in their pursuit. The team is young, talented, and hungry, but needs direction to reach contender status. They possess the raw materials, the potential for greatness, but they need a guiding hand to mold them into a cohesive and formidable force. Leon Rose and the front office believe a new voice is needed to unlock the full potential of Jalen Brunson and the young core. Brunson has proven himself to be a star, but he needs a system that maximizes his strengths and allows him to thrive. The young players need a coach who can nurture their talent, instill discipline, and help them reach their full potential. This coaching hire is the most important decision the franchise will make this summer. It's a decision that will define the team's identity, shape its future, and determine its place in the league's hierarchy. The right coach could elevate the Knicks to true contender status. The wrong one could waste their window. The stakes are incredibly high, and the pressure to get it right is immense. The pressure is immense, with every move scrutinized under New York's bright lights. The New York media is relentless, and the fans are passionate and demanding. Any misstep will be amplified, and any success will be celebrated with unbridled enthusiasm. As the Knicks face this crossroads, another unfolds out west. Kevin Durant, at 36, is at a similar turning point in Phoenix. He's a legend of the game, but he's also facing the realities of age and the challenges of building a championship team. The Suns' Big Three experiment is faltering, and trade rumors swirl. The dream of a championship in Phoenix may be fading, and Durant may be forced to consider his options. Two stories, one franchise seeking a leader, one legend seeking his next chapter, will shape the NBA's landscape. These are pivotal moments that could have far-reaching consequences for the league as a whole. The league waits to see where the pieces will fall. The anticipation is building, and the basketball world is on the edge of its seat, eager to witness the next chapter unfold. The search for a new head coach in the NBA is a high-stakes game, especially for a franchise like the New York Knicks. It's not just about finding someone who can draw up plays, it's about finding the right leader to guide a team with championship aspirations. It's a complex dance of timing and opportunity, a delicate balance between patience and urgency. Every move is scrutinized, every decision carries immense weight. The front office knows that this hire could define the trajectory of the team for years to come. The Knicks' top candidates are often assistants on successful playoff teams, individuals who have proven their mettle under pressure and demonstrated a keen understanding of the game. These are the coaches who are currently contributing to winning cultures. This makes scheduling interviews incredibly difficult, as these coaches are deeply involved in their own team's playoff runs. Their focus is on the present, making it challenging to carve out time for discussions about the future. Furthermore, other franchises are naturally reluctant to lose key staff members, especially to a direct rival like the Knicks. They understand the value of their assistants and are hesitant to let them go, creating another hurdle in the Knicks' search. The Knicks face stiff competition from other teams also seeking the best coaching candidates, teams that may offer more immediate opportunities or a more stable environment. This competitive landscape adds another layer of complexity to the process. Ultimately, timing is everything. The Knicks must navigate the complexities of the coaching market with precision and foresight. Waiting for coveted assistant coaches to become available after their team's playoff runs conclude is a calculated risk. The risk, of course, is losing out on those candidates to other teams who are willing to act more swiftly. The Knicks must weigh the potential reward against the very real possibility of missing out. The franchise's well-documented history of instability, marked by frequent coaching changes and front office shakeups, understandably gives some potential candidates pause. They need to be convinced that things have truly changed. Leon Rose, the team's president, has been actively working to change these negative perceptions, emphasizing a commitment to long-term stability and a supportive environment. However, despite these efforts, a degree of skepticism inevitably lingers, both within the league and among potential coaching candidates. The next head coach must be capable of maximizing the prime years of Jalen Brunson, the team's star point guard and a key building block for the future. Equally important is the ability to effectively develop the team's young core of players, nurturing their talent and helping them reach their full potential. The locker room culture desperately needs a strong leader, someone who can command respect and foster a positive and productive environment. This leader must be able to maintain the existing team chemistry while also introducing new strategies and innovative ideas to elevate the team's performance. The Knicks aren't simply hiring a coach to fill a vacancy, they're making a pivotal investment in the future of the franchise. They're entrusting someone with the responsibility of guiding a promising team towards sustained success and championship contention. And so the search continues, with the Knicks meticulously evaluating every candidate and carefully considering all options, because the stakes are simply too high to settle for anything less than the perfect fit. The future of the Knicks and the hopes of their passionate fan base hang in the balance. In the unforgiving arena of New York sports, trust is not freely given. It's hard-earned through consistent performance and genuine connection with the city's passionate fan base. And once gained, it can be easily lost with a single misstep, a bad season, or a perceived lack of commitment. The weight of expectations in the Big Apple is immense, and the Knicks are no exception. Leon Rose has approached the challenge of building a contender in New York methodically, brick by brick, decision by decision. He's been determined to avoid the pitfalls of past regimes, learning from the costly mistakes that plagued the franchise for far too long. Rose has focused on assembling a tough, resilient, and deep roster, one that can withstand the rigors of an 82-game season and compete in the playoffs. He's prioritized versatility and character, seeking players who are not only skilled but also willing to sacrifice for the team. The acquisition of Jalen Brunson, initially met with some skepticism, now looks like a masterstroke of roster construction. Brunson's leadership, scoring ability, and clutch performances have transformed the Knicks' offense and instilled a winning mentality. But the decision to move on from Tom Thibodeau, a coach known for his defensive intensity and demanding style, was undeniably bold, a calculated risk with significant implications. And now, with the coaching vacancy looming, Rose's vision for the Knicks faces its biggest test yet. The pressure is on to find the right leader to guide this talented roster to its full potential. The next coach will not only shape the team's identity, but also define Rose's legacy as the architect of this Knicks era. This hire will be a referendum on his judgment and his ability to build a sustainable winner. As the search unfolds, fans and analysts alike wonder, is the primary goal to implement a modern, free-flowing offense that maximizes the team's offensive firepower? Or is the priority to find a seasoned playoff tactician, someone who can make the necessary adjustments and strategic decisions to win crucial games under pressure? Perhaps the most crucial element is finding a player development guru, someone who can unlock the untapped potential of the Knicks' young core and cultivate a culture of continuous improvement. Rose's characteristically quiet and measured approach to this process only keeps speculation high and fuels the rumor mill. Information is scarce, and the media is left to piece together clues and analyze every possible scenario. Ultimately, trust in his long-term plan will be judged not by press conferences or promises, but by tangible results on the court. He's diligently cleared the books of bad contracts, freeing up valuable cap space for future acquisitions. He's strategically stockpiled draft picks, giving the Knicks flexibility to trade for established stars or build through the draft. And he's carefully built financial flexibility, positioning the Knicks to be major players in the free agent market for years to come. Now he must make the crucial human decision, selecting the right coach, that ties all these elements together and brings his vision to life. The next coach will be more than just a strategist. They will be the embodiment of Rose's basketball philosophy, reflecting his values and shaping the team's identity. If the Knicks rise to prominence and achieve sustained success, competing for championships and captivating the city, Rose will be celebrated as the visionary architect of their long-awaited return to glory, a hero who restored pride to Knicks fans everywhere. But if the Knicks falter and fail to meet expectations, questions about his vision, his leadership, and his ability to build a winning team will only grow louder, casting a shadow over his tenure. As the Knicks search for a leader, Kevin Durant faces his own crossroads in Phoenix. The Suns' Big Three never reached its potential, and another playoff exit has the front office considering major changes. Durant's career has been defined by movement, always seeking the best shot at a title. At 36, his next move will be scrutinized more than ever. Even now, Durant remains one of the league's most unguardable scorers. Any contender would consider adding him, but the Suns' asking price will be steep. Trading Durant is complicated. Phoenix wants to recoup what they gave up. The basketball world watches. Durant's decision could reshape the league's balance of power. The next domino to fall may change everything. Trading for Kevin Durant is a franchise-altering gamble. The Suns will demand young talent, veterans, and a haul of draft picks. Durant is an instant offensive upgrade and championship catalyst. For a contender, the temptation is immense. But at 36, age and injury risk loom large. Mortgaging the future for a short window is a high-stakes bet. Chemistry and fit matter. Durant's presence changes team dynamics. The price isn't just in assets, but in the potential disruption to a team's identity. Greatness comes at a cost, on and off the court. Kevin Durant's legacy is both brilliant and complicated. He's a two-time champion, Finals MVP, and one of the game's greatest scorers. His skill set changed the small forward position forever, but his frequent team changes have fueled debate about his legacy. Each move brings questions. Is he chasing rings or just seeking the best fit? Winning with a third franchise would be historic, but the debate would only intensify. Does moving enhance his legacy or suggest he can't build something lasting? Durant's next chapter will define how he's remembered. Uncertainty brings questions from every corner of the fan base. If top assistants are blocked, who are the Knicks' real coaching options? They may need to look at former head coaches or college stars. Should the Knicks trade for Durant? The allure is obvious, but the cost, likely Randall picks and young talent, is steep. Is it worth gutting the roster for a 36-year-old superstar? For Durant, what does he want? Another title or a team to call his own? Does he want the bright lights of New York or a quieter market? His decision will be one of the off-season's biggest storylines. The Knicks and Kevin Durant are on divergent but fascinating paths. The Knicks are building for the long term, with Brunson, a strong core, and draft assets. Their next coach is key to turning promise into perennial contention. Durant, meanwhile, is focused on the present. His championship window is now. Every season counts, and he needs a team ready to win immediately. The potential KD to Knicks trade would collide two timelines: patience versus urgency. Would the Knicks abandon their plan for a shot at instant glory? Would Durant trust the Knicks process? Both face futures filled with uncertainty. The Knicks could rise or stumble. Durant could win again or fall short. Their next moves will define their stories in NBA history. The stakes have never been higher. This summer, the NBA is captivated by two storylines: the Knicks coaching search and Durant's future. The Knicks' next hire will set their course. Are they content as playoff regulars or aiming for a title? Durant's potential move could reshape the championship race and his legacy. The league watches as these parallel journeys unfold, one franchise building methodically, one legend racing against time. Both paths are risky, but both offer the promise of glory. As the offseason unfolds, all eyes are on New York and Phoenix. Who will lead the Knicks? Where will Durant land? The answers will shape the NBA for years to come.